Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Political Brown Kid. I just did a video, or I did a video, and it was entitled "Men's Role in, Women Being the Way That They Are." And when I say the way that they are, what I mean is by when you look at the culture of women today, the them demanding particular dates, them demanding paying rent, them demanding all of these things, monetary things from men. I basically provided my thoughts on how men played a role in that. Well, today I'm going to talk about another subject of how women play a role in men being quote unquote toxic. And the reason why I'm providing this is because I think that I definitely believe it to be true, number one. And I think it also is a teaching lesson for if there are any women listening to me. I think that you can learn something from this, or, I can provide my perspective. And if you want to provide a rebuttal, please feel free to do so. So I'm going to give a little story. And it was a woman that I had met on the internet. Now, this was probably about a year and a half ago. I met her online, and she was kind of just sending me messages, and me and her was kind of going back and forth. So I kind of let her know, because we started kind of talking about dating frustrations. And this is where, where we start getting into lying, and we also start getting into cheating. So, she was asking me about my experience, and, we just kind of was casually talking. And one of the things about me, I think, is that sometimes I can talk too much, and sometimes I can be too forthcoming, and that's not a good thing. So in this instance, because she and I was talking about hooking up, hanging out, doing this and that conversation, she was kind of ready, willing, and able to kind of like meet up. When I say meet up, I'm talking about meet up at the spot. So in the conversation, she just started asking me about women and blah, 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 this. So I just kind of started talking. I was like, yeah, dating has been hard. I haven't been with a woman in probably over a year or so. It's just been hard, women have just been kind of, that one minute they want to, they kind of show an interest, but then they back out. So I was just kind of explaining my situation, how it's been kind of hard for me to kind of raffle someone in. And so she was just like, for real? And she was like, and it seemed like her energy kind of changed off that. And so then she was just like, okay. And then she just kind of was just, the conversation kind of changed, you can kind of, it went a little bit slower. And then she kind of got off the phone. And then I never heard from her again for a few months, actually. And then she pinged me again online, but then that was a whole different subject. I'm not even going to go into that, but I wound up, it resulted in me getting banned from my platform because I made a remark back to her. And then now I'm pretty sure y'all have seen about the female friend that I know of, my ex-girlfriend actually, who suffers from a debilitating autoimmune disease. And she keeps asking me, and like she literally tries not to give me any play. Like, trust me, I'm like, this is low hanging fruit here. I should be able to, at least, vent out some frustrations on her. But, she's not having it. But she's not having it also because she knows my situation. And she keeps trying to ponder, like, she keeps asking me, like, yeah, because I know you got, do you have this girl, that girl? I know you got some girls here, girls there. So she seems to be the one that shows interest only. And I got another girlfriend like this, or ex. This was way back in the day before I got married. It seems like some of the females that I know, they're only interested in me when I have someone else. Because like I told you, when I had this other female before my marriage days, she literally, like, if I didn't have anybody, she didn't really want anything to do with me. She played hard to get. She was kind of like, whatever. She kind of put me off the back burner. But as soon as I had someone, or some of her friends used to be like, is he single? You don't mess with him now. So can I mess with him? Do you have this was literally a true story. One of her friends wanted to mess with me. She called me up and said, so-and-so wants to talk to you. And I said, okay, sure, I'm interested. And this was, like I said, this was way back in the day. And then once I said that, I said, you can pass along my number. She hung up the phone, but then she called me right back about 30 seconds later and was like, look, she was like, look, what do you want to do? Is it going to be me and you or not? And I was just like, well, I thought you didn't want to, I'm kind of stumbling. I thought you didn't want to, I thought me and you would. She was like, look, is it going to be me and you? What's up? And so then that's when me and her got back together. And like I say, but once, and things actually worked out between her and I for a little while on that. But it seems like when you watch, and also too, when you watch the movie Baby Boy, they kind of touched on this a little bit in there. When I guess when Jody left his Taraji's crib, and then I guess they kind of broke up. Then he went and called his other baby mom, and then she was just like, "Why don't you call your other babies?" It seems like once all the females drop you at one time, you lose all females at once. Once you get one, it's like you can get two, three, four, and five more. I don't know if that's anyone else's experience, but that's just been mine. It's like when I'm on, and when I'm off, I'm off. And so I'm bringing that up to say this is that a lot of females, it seems like y'all only want us when we have someone else or when we are able to get someone else. And I've seen this on other podcasts too. It was actually, I don't know what show it was. I can't recall, but it was a female. These females, a female podcast, because they were having a conversation, and one female was like, "I don't want no N word." I don't know why people still seem to want to use the N word and they in their 30s. But she was just like, "I don't want no N word unless he got somebody. I mean, why do I want you? Why don't nobody else?" Because it's like a female, I guess it's like, if you don't have anybody else, why should I want you? They think something wrong with you if you don't have anybody else. But yet they want you if you have someone else. It makes zero sense, I guess. But that's just the way that it is. And so that's a part of the problem because now once we have one female, then all of the other females come out of the woodwork and they want us. And so then that leads to men and that leads to us having these multiple options that everybody wants to talk about online. But that leads to us having all of these options and it leads to the temptation. So we catch on to the pattern. Trust me, we catch on to it. But matter of fact, I had a female friend of mine. She was just like this. "Look, let's me and you go out. Because I'm telling you, females going to see you with me and you're going to get some things. Things are going to come out. Let's go out. Let's go hang out." And she tells me that. So females know the game. And if you know the game, then you know that we know the game. So if we can only get women when we got women, then of course we're just going to snatch something up just to be like, okay, well, she'll do for the moment. I really don't want her, but I'll take her because once I get her, then I can get some other things and then I'll drop her. And that's not fair to her for us to do that. But in a way, we have to do it in order for us to get our game back on. Let me also say this in regards to just women and how they contribute to bad behavior. Women also, you look at them, they chase the wrong men. So they'll sit up here and they'll go after, you'll have some brothers out here that are doing well, doing good things in life. And because they don't give them a quote unquote vibe, meaning fun, because that's all you, and the sad part about it is, like I said, I'm in my mid 40s. And all I'm seeing on dating apps, because my profile is set up for women between the ages of 43 and 51. 52. I don't even know why I'm going up that high. But hey, I'm trying. I don't want to go young either, for whatever reason. That's just my choice. But these women just want to have fun. And it's just kind of like just like Nas said, you're in your second childhood. I guess they figured my kid is 18 now, so I get to act a fool. And so because a man is not providing them with the right quote unquote vibe, he's not having fun, I guess getting drunk with them and traveling and just doing a bunch of foolish stuff. The productive man is actually in the house. He's either thinking about, what he's going to do, what his objectives are for the week or for whatever. He's being productive. And because he's not providing continuous fun for these women, they're just not attracted to him. So they just spend their time, and I'm talking about women that are lawyers and professional women that make money. They chase just ratchet, ignorant dudes. And they don't have a problem doing it. And they'll justify one thing by saying my choice is my choice, my standards are my standards. but they keep their little, quote unquote side piece so they can get them some. And it's always some hood dude that provides them nothing but bubble gum and good, what. So I think that, it's very pathetic, especially when you see grown professional women acting like this. I can understand how, a hood rat can do stuff like this. Someone who's not educated, who was just grew up in the hood, and not just grew up in the hood, because there are a lot of intelligent women in the hood that get out eventually. But I'm talking about those women that just are going to perpetually, they were born in the hood, they live in the hood, they're going to cross over, being still living in the hood, because those women have, they have a different moral compass. But these professional women that have professional jobs, they sit up here and lay up and chase after a specific type of man. And then they wonder why the good men try to adopt those negative behaviors, because they see those men getting the results. They see those men treating women like crap. They see those men, calling women out of their name and doing certain ways, but still getting effective results. So they say, well, maybe I need to change my approach up as well. And so that's how women, and then also too, it's just you chasing men and you're trying to change a man that can't be changed, that doesn't want to be changed. And so women, they definitely play a role in just the behavior of men. So at some point in time, women have to acknowledge the role that they play with men's behavior. So I just want to kind of put that one particular thing out there into the universe. I definitely want to hear your comments. Also, if you're new or if you haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button and definitely hit the notification bell. But this is the Political Brown Kid. I'm out of here.